Hello, dear TET candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2024 AP School Assistant question paper, and this is going to be the second part. You have already watched the first part of this video, and this is the second part. I request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends who are also going to take the same TET examination very shortly along with you. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. In the School Assistant TET question paper, there will be as many as 90 questions, and these 90 questions are divided into two parts. Part 1, 45 questions, part 2, 45 questions, and this is the part 2, and in this also there are 45 questions. Okay, and now I'm going to explain these questions. So therefore the question here begins from 101 onwards. Okay, he had grown so weak that he looked frail as a child. Choose the antonym of the word frail. So here he is asking you to show the antonym. Antonym means what? The opposite word. What is the opposite word of this frail? So here let us look at the options. Okay, yes, feeble. Frail means feeble. Now frail means delicate, slim. So feeble, delicate, slim convey almost the same meaning just like frail. So they are nothing but the synonyms of that word. But here the strong is there. This is only the right one, because frail means feeble, weak. That is the meaning. So here what is the opposite of weak? Strong. So therefore this is only the right option and all others are wrong options. Okay, and your answer is the second one. Now you move on to the next question. 1 or 2. Choose the word that is spelled correctly. So that means here you are going to be given 4 options, out of which only one word is spelled correctly and all other words are spelled wrongly. So you have to choose that word which is correctly spelled right. And what are the options given here? Depravity, depravity, depravity. So after you look at these options, you understand that it is all about the word depravity. Okay, depravity. So before, if you look at these words, you get confused. Therefore, you write the spelling of that word on a piece of paper and then you look at these options. So what is the spelling of that? D, 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 pra, P-R-A, pra, okay, V, T. So you have to cut the word into syllables. Then only you will be able to give the correct spelling. Okay, D, 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 pra, P-R-A, pra, V, V-I-V, T-I-T. TYT. This E sound is generally indicated within the word by I, but at the end, it is indicated by Y. Okay, that point you have to understand. Depravity. Depravity means what? A corrupt practice. A corrupt practice, that is called depravity. Okay, and where is that now? DE. So this is beginning with DI. This is also beginning with DI. So therefore they are outright eliminated. And here third and fourth words are beginning with DE. Okay, DE. Okay, but you see, go to the next syllable. Here PRE is there. Actually PRA must be there. So therefore this third option is also gone. And then depravity. This fourth one is correct. Depravity. Depravity. A corrupt practice. Okay, and here your answer choice is going to be the fourth one. Now let's move on to other questions. 103. So 103rd question. The phonetic transcription of the word mechanical. Okay, so he is asking you for the phonetical transcription of that word. So before you look at the options, you yourself can transcribe that word into the phonetic language, if at all you happen to know the phonetics. And for your information, my very next video is going to be about phonetics and phonetic transcription. So please try to watch that. And here, let me talk to you about this may. May means, this is may. Again, may. Ka. Ni. Okay, ni. Kal. So may, ka, ni, kal. So this is the may, yummy may, ka, ni, kal. This is the phonetic transcription. Mechanical. So that must be your answer. And now look at the options given here. And here, okay, may. It must begin with may. M-E. Okay, may. Here also may. Okay. So this ma is not the right one. Outright it is gone. So this word is beginning with me. This word is also beginning with me. This word is also beginning. Okay, may. So here then ka. A must be there. Okay. Here no. Ka is there. This is the right one. Ku is there here. Ku is there. Okay. May is there. Not may. Just may is there. No. So here ni. Ni is there. Kal. Actually kal. Mechanical. Okay. So this word is going to be the correct one. So all other words are wrong. So here mechanical. Kel is there. Okay. It's wrong. And mechanical. So this is also wrong. So second one, third one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the first one is the right one. Mechanical. So here this is the right option. Okay, and this is how you have to answer the question. Okay, right. And now let's move on to 104th question. What is the 104th question? A day's collection would fetch me the princely sum of 1 anna. So that is the statement. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the synonym of the word fetch. Fetch means what? What do you mean by fetch? Fetch means to go and bring. That is called fetch. Bring, fetch. There is some difference. Bring means to bring something from where it is. Suppose you are in the staff room. Okay, you are in the office room. Okay. And I'm a teacher, I'm in the classroom. I'm asking, hey, bring me 2 pieces of chalk. That is there. Otherwise, so you are in the classroom only. I'm in the classroom, you are in the classroom. And now I'm asking, hey, Mohan, fetch me a piece of chalk. Fetch me means, go and bring. These 2 things are there. Bring means only bringing that one from the place where it is. Bring and fetch. So you know the difference. Fetch means to bring. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, to go and bring. And what is the synonym of that? Change, invite, here, watch, earn. This is the right one. Fetch means to bring. Bring means what? To earn. If you sell all these vegetables, it will bring you 1,000 rupees. Something is there. Bring you some 1,000 rupees means what? It will earn you. Therefore, the other meaning of this fetch is earn. So therefore, change, invite, watch are absolutely wrong. Only the fourth one, earn, is only there. Here in this context only it is used. A day's collection would fetch. Fetch means to bring him what? The princely sum of 1 anna. Fetch means, in other words, earn also. So therefore, the fourth option is the right option. Okay. And now let's move on to the questions. 105th question. Choose the option that is the example of legacy. Legacy means what? Something transmitted by some ancestor to the predecessor. So an example of legacy and impact in a biographical sketch. What is that? Here you pay attention. These are the options. Listing all the awards of the person has received. So this is not the right one. Does it show an impact on others? So in a biographical session, no. Discussing how the person's work has influenced their field or society. So this is the right one, because how his writings have impacted the people, how his works have influenced the society or the field in which he is working. So that is there. So it is the legacy. It is the impact. Okay. So this is the right one, including details about the person's childhood. So this doesn't show any impact on the society or people. Therefore wrong. Providing a chronological timeline of the person's life. This also doesn't. Chronological timeline means this happened in this year, this happened in this year, this happened in this. So you are showing some years, timeline, that's called. So the showing the timeline doesn't show any impact on the society or on the people. So that's why only this one only, the works of that person will show its impact on its people or on the society. So this is only the, in a biographical sketch, this only will show an impact, and all others are therefore wrong. Only the second one is the right one, right option. Now you move on to the next question. 106. The purpose of using discourse marker. Discourse markers in a dialogue. In a conversation, we shall be using some discourse markers. but in other words, however, additionally, some words we shall be using in our dialogue or conversation. They are called, what is that, discourse markers. And what is the purpose of these discourse markers? And let us look at the options given. To confuse the reader? No. To indicate the speaker's dialect? No. To organize the discourse and convey various functions? This is absolutely right. And to add unnecessary details to the conversation? No. So here, not to confuse the reader, not to indicate the speaker's dialect, not to add unnecessary details. These discourse markers are used, but only to organize discourse, to organize the conversation in a systematic way. So for that purpose only, these discourse markers are used in a dialogue or in a conversation. Okay, now let's move on to other questions. 107. What is this question? Everyone came to see the new bride who wore bangles on her every arm. So here this sentence has been divided into 4 parts. Okay, A, B, C, D. So now what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the part that has a grammatical error. So in which part of the sentence there is a grammatical error, that part he is asking you to choose. So let us look at the sentence once again and find out the grammatical error. Okay, and before we look at the options, okay, what is that? Everyone came to see. So this is absolutely correct. The new bride, no grammatical error. Who wore bangles? Absolutely correct. No grammatical errors. So A part, B part, C part, there are no grammatical errors. Now you look at the D part, on her every arm. So here in this part there is a grammatical error. Why? That means on her every arm. This every and each and every. Now I'm going to explain these 2 things for you. So each and every convey almost the identical meaning, almost the same meaning, no problem. But here every is used with 3 or more things. 3 or more. It is used to refer to the things that are 3 or more than 3. 3 గాని ఎంతకంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంటే మాత్రమే this must be used. If there are 2 or more, this each must be used. In other words, every refers to 3 or more things or persons. Each refers to 2 or more persons. So here, how many arms does a man have? మనిషికి ఎన్ని చేతులు ఉంటాయి? 2 కదా. 2 ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎవ్రీ ఎలా వాడతారు? వాడరు కదా. ఎవ్రీ ఎప్పుడు కూడా 3 అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్న వస్తువులను మాత్రమే సూచించడానికి వాడతారు. ఈచ్ అనేది 2 అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్న వస్తువులు కానీ మనుషులను కానీ సూచించడానికి వాడతారు. సో వెన్ దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్, హౌ కెన్ యూ సే ఎవ్రీ ఆర్మ్? So therefore you should use in the place of this every each. So since there is no this each here in this sentence, this part is said to be having a grammatical error. Are you following me now? So very clear, on her each arm you should say, but here it is said on her every arm. So that you should not say. Why? That is the explanation. Okay, keep this point in your mind. And now let us look at the options. A, no. B, no. C, no. D is only the right one. So your answer choice is the 4th one. Right. You move on to the next question. 108 is there. Choose the correctly punctuated sentence. So again he is asking a question on the punctuation marks. So therefore I have made a video on punctuation also. Please, if time permits you watch that video and try to understand what are the punctuation marks and where to use all of them. So you can understand that. So now let us look at the options given here. So these are the options, and now let us choose the correctly punctuated sentence. My friend who retires this year wants to live in Tirupati, comma is there, Vijayawada. Tirupati or comma. Between or you never use any comma. So this is wrong. Okay, right. And my friend who retires this year, my friend, comma, who retires this year, comma, wants to live in Tirupati or Vijayawada. This is absolutely correct. And here, you go to the 3rd one. My friend who retires this year wants to live. So comma is unnecessarily used after the verb live. Okay, to infinitive. So live in Tirupati. Therefore this is wrong. My friend who retired this year, after year there is a comma. So this is meaningless. So first one, 3rd one, 4th one are absolutely wrong. Only the 2nd one is the right one. Here, my friend Who retires this year? So this is what this is called a non-defining clause. Okay, you know now about the defining clauses and non-defining clauses. I have made a video. Please watch that video that I made under the title TET and DSC most important grammar topics 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. I made some video. In one of them you can find this one. So here, even if this is not there, this can stand. So this is no way connected with this. You are giving additional information. This is not necessary. You can also say my friend wants to live in Tirupati or Vijayawada is also correct. But here what are you doing? Using these commas, you are giving some additional information, and therefore this is therefore called a non-defining clause, non-defining relative clause. Okay, always a non-defining relative clause is separated by commas. So here it is done correctly, and therefore the second option is only the right option. Are you following me? Now let's move on to the next question. 109th question. EFL stands for, is asking you to expand the abbreviation EFL. Okay, English as a floor language. No, you cannot say floor, wrong. English as a first language. No. English for learners. No. English as a foreign language. So this is only the right option. Okay, all others are wrong. You know very well, English as a foreign language. So EFL, that is called, right. And you go to the 110th question. Okay, what is that 110th question? To be successful, it is important to know why you were failure in the past and ensure that it doesn't happen again. So here again a sentence is given, and in this sentence there are 4 parts given, and you have to choose the wrong part of that sentence. So what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the part that has a grammatical error. Again the same question. This kind of questions are generally given in the banking examinations. Okay, and you can get acquainted with this kind of questions, right? In which part of the sentence there is a mistake means you have to see. To be successful, there is no mistake, it's correct. It is important to know, it's correct. Why you were failure in the past, okay, and ensures that it doesn't happen. Okay, here this D part is also, and ensure that it doesn't happen again. So this part, D part also doesn't have any mistake, grammatical error, right? But only in the C part there is a grammatical error. So what is he saying? Why you were failure in the past? You cannot say why you were failure. Why you failed. It must have been why you failed. Gatamulo neevenduku fail ayyavo. That is the meaning. So, but here your failure. Gatamulo nee yoka otami, nee yoka failure. That's not the right one actually. So here why you failed in the past and ensure that it does not happen. Adi malli jaragakunda mari chala jagrata vahinchali, something like that. Therefore the C part is the part in which there is a grammatical error. Now let us choose it. A no, B no, C, S, D no. So only the third option is the right option. Okay, and now let's move on to other questions. 111th question. Okay, choose the correct question tag of the following sentence. He is asking you to choose the correct question tag. What is that? None of the food was wasted. What is the question tag to be used here? Here, look at the options. Is it? No. Wasn't it? No. Was it? Yes. Isn't it? No. So here first 2 options, second option, fourth option are wrong. Only the third option is the right one. Why? Because it is beginning with none of. None of is a negative phrase. Okay, none of, neither of. So certain negative things are there. You know very well question tag rule. What is the question tag rule? You know, with a positive statement you must use a negative question tag. With a negative statement you must use a positive question tag. So since this is the negative statement, none of the food, that's a negative statement, you have to use the positive question tag. So to make the question tag, what do? You take the helping verb out of that. Okay, plus it. Here we are talking about food. What do you call it? You call it it. So therefore was plus it. So therefore it must be was it. Therefore none of the food was wasted. Was it? So this is only the right option. Third one is the answer. All others are wrong answers. Okay, and now we move on to 112th question. What is that? 112th question is, choose the correct meaning of the following foreign expression. Incognito. Incognito means what? It's a foreign expression. So Latin word, it means what? Wishing to remain anonymous. The very first one is the right one. And behind bars, wrong. Indecisive plan, no. A wrestling match, no. So wishing to remain anonymous. Anonymous means not to be revealed to the public. Okay, sometimes when you are giving some secret information, you don't want your name to be revealed to the public. So that why incognito. You want to remain anonymous. Anonymous means what? Not known to others. That is called anonymous. That's called incognito. Right, and therefore your answer is the first one, and all others are wrong. Now let's move on to other questions. 113th question. Choose the sentence that demonstrates the correct superlative degree. The sentence that demonstrates the correct superlative degree. Let us look at the options given. She is the tallest girl in the class. Yes, the very first sentence is the right one, because in this the superlative degree adjective is used. Tall, taller, tallest. So here tallest superlative degree adjective is used, and here he runs faster. So here comparative adjective is used. Therefore this is wrong. And the building is more taller. So this is again a comparative adjective. So this is a goodest. You don't say goodest. Okay, and therefore this is wrong. So the second one, third one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the first one is the right one. Therefore it is only your option answer. Right. 114th question. Unless they modify the system, our future generations will suffer. So this is some sentence, and what is the examiner asking you to do in this sentence? Choose the best alternative to improve the underlined part of the sentence given above. So here this part is underlined, and he is asking you to improve that part. Improve that part means you are asked to change that part. How? These are the four options given. Unless the system will be modified, no, you cannot say that. If the system will not be modified, no. Unless the system is modified, this third one is the right one, because this is in the simple present, and therefore you can say unless the system is modified. So this is in the simple present, and you can change it into simple present passive voice only. So here, unless the system is modified, this is the active voice and this is in the passive voice. So this is how you can improve the sentence. That means unless they modify the system is correct. Unless the system is modified, that is also correct. In either way you can express this sentence. So therefore the third one is the right one, and when the system is modified, no. So here first one, second one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the third one is the right one. Therefore your answer choice is the third one, right. And now we move on to other questions. 115th question. The women who taught him surfing had been bitten by dash shark. Okay, some blank is given here, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the word that fits the blank. So what is the word that fits the blank? Now you look at the options. What are the options given here? A, and, those, these. So here the women had been bitten by dash shark. Bitten by dash shark. Shark is singular, and therefore you say only a shark. You don't say an shark, because the word is not beginning with a vowel sound, and therefore you don't use an there. And those shark, no, you don't say. These sharks, no, you don't say. If at all you want to say those, there must be sharks. Bitten by those sharks. Specific, these sharks. So if you want to use these two words, the word should have been in the plural number. Okay, sharks, but here it is only shark, and a shark singular. So you know very well, only before a singular countable noun we always use the article a, indefinite article a. You know that very well. Therefore second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. We use only a shark. Right. You go to the 116th question. What is that? Choose the word that is an adjective from the following. Okay, what is that word that is an adjective? Very simple. Beauty. You don't say beauty. This is not an adjective, because the adjective of that word you know very well. What is that? Beautiful. Okay, right. Noise is not an adjective, it's a noun. Noisy, it's an adjective. Richness is not an adjective. Rich is an adjective. Richness, all ness words are nouns. So here richness is there, so it's a noun. It's a noun. It's a noun. So only noisy is what? An adjective. So here he's asking you to find out the adjective. Therefore, first one, second one, fourth one are absolutely wrong. Only the third one is your answer. Okay, right. Now let's move on to other questions. 117th question. Ravi said, I want to go to New York next year. Okay, and here on looking at this sentence, you can easily understand that the examiner is asking you to change this sentence into indirect speech. Okay, let us see what the examiner is asking you to do. Okay, reported speech. Change the reported speech of the above sentence. Okay, that means he's asking you to change into the reported speech. Okay. Indirect speech, right. And before we look at the given options, let us change this sentence on our own first of all. Okay, here Ravi said, this is called the reporting verb, you know very well. And I want to go to New York next year. This is put in the inverted commas, therefore this is called the direct speech. Every time the sentence that is put in the inverted commas is called the direct speech, right. And moreover, this is an ordinary sentence. So here let us solve it. Ravi said, as it is. And because if there is said no, that must be used as it is whenever there is an ordinary statement. ఇక్కడ ordinary statement ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ said అనేది said గానే ఉంచవలే. Then you go to the connecting word. But what is the connecting word we use? We use that as a connecting word between this reporting verb and this direct speech. Okay, Ravi said that. Now you start changing this direct speech. I means who? I always refers to the subject of the reporting verb. So this Ravi is the subject of the reporting verb. So this I must be always changed into this Ravi. If I change it into Ravi, what happens? It becomes he. నేను అనే మాటను రవిలోకి మారిస్తే అతడు అవుతాడు, రైట్. అండ్ దేర్ ఫోర్ that kind of all such rules I have mentioned in my 4 videos that I have made on direct speech and indirect speech. So 4 or 5 videos I have made on direct and indirect speech. Please, if time permits you, you watch all of them. They are ready for you. Okay, right. And here I is turned into Ravi, then it has become he, and want is there. Want is, one rule is there. What is that rule? All the present tenses of the direct speech must be changed into their relevant past tenses. Okay, there is a rule. డైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లోని ప్రజెంట్ టెన్సెస్ అన్నిటినీ అంటే ఇండైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లో దాని యొక్క రెలవెంట్ పాస్ట్ టెన్సెస్గా మార్చవాలి అనేది ఒక రూల్. సో అకార్డింగ్ టు దిస్, ఐ వాంట్ ఈజ్ వాట్? సింపుల్ ప్రజెంట్. సో దెన్ యూ ఆర్ చేంజింగ్ దిస్ సింపుల్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇంటూ సింపుల్ పాస్ట్ టెన్స్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద రెలవెంట్ పాస్ట్ టెన్స్. సో వాంట్ బికమ్స్ వాట్? వాంటెడ్. Want is present, wanted. After changing the main verb, you need not change any word, except such words that indicate nearness. Okay. So here want is turned into wanted. To go to New York, that want to change it. To go to New York, I use shortly New York. And next year is there. Next year. Always, this is the always turned into the following year. This must be your answer. Because if there is this in the direct speech, in the indirect speech it should become that. This, these, those. Today, that day. Yesterday, the previous day. Tomorrow, the next day. Next year, the following year. Something like that, So all these words are changed from direct speech to indirect speech. Okay. If they occur, you must change them like that. So all those rules I have mentioned in those 4 or 5 videos I have made on direct and indirect speech. Please watch all of them. Wonderful videos I have made. So here, he wanted to go to New York the following year. This must be your answer. Now let us check up the options given. Ravi said he would go to New York next year. No, first one is wrong. Ravi wanted to go to New York next year. No, wrong. Ravi decided. Said cannot be turned into wanted. Said cannot be turned into decided. Okay, and therefore first one, second one, third one are wrong. And go to New York. So you look at the fourth one. Ravi said that he wanted to go to New York the following year. So this fourth one is the right one. All others are the wrong ones. Okay. Yes, you go to the next question. The 118th question. What would they say? And what is the examiner asking you to do? Here you pay attention. Choose the passive voice of the sentence above. So here he is asking you to change this sentence into passive voice. Okay. And active voice and passive voice I have made as many as 4 or 5 videos. Please watch all of them. Okay, and if time permits you, okay, if you can follow all the grammar videos I have made for you, you need not bother about your passing the TET examination and also the DS examination. But you are not following me. I am teaching you all the things coming down to your level. Okay, I'm making every point crystal clear for you. Why don't you watch all those videos? Why don't you support me? Why don't you encourage me? Please, I'm working for you very honestly, sincerely and selflessly. So you please support me and watch all my videos. Okay, and choose the passive voice of the sentence above. So before we look at the options, let us change this sentence on our own into passive voice. Okay, and here what is there? Okay, let me, what, and this would is there. Would always must be turned into, this helping verb must be turned into would be. If there is should be, can be, may be, would be. So this would is turned into would be. So would, what, would be. Okay. After this would be, main verb should be used. What is the main verb? Here say is the main verb. So in the passive voice always you must use the past participle form of the verb. Whatever may be the verb given in the active voice. Active voice lo a verb ichina. That means a verb has got 4 forms. Okay, a first form, second form, third form, fourth form, whatever may be the verb that is in the active voice, that must always be changed into the past participle form of the verb. Okay, and here what is the past participle form of the verb? Say, saying, said. The last form of the verb is called the past participle form of the verb. So what would be said? So here this subject is there. To mention the subject, what do? We use by them. We use this preposition and then. If there is he, by him. If there is she, by her. If there is I, by me. Something like that. I have given so many beautiful rules in all those 4 or 5 videos that I have made on voice. Okay, right. So what would be said by them? This must be your answer. Okay, you have what would be say, said by them. Okay, that is that. Now look at the options given. They are said by what? No. What was said by them? Wrong. What would be said by them? Yes. What is said to be by them? No. So first one, second one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the third one is the right one, and that is only your answer. Right. Now let's move on to other questions. 119th question is there. What is the 119th question? You have forgotten to bring your pen to the class. How would you ask for a pen politely? He is asking you to request somebody to lend you some pen. Okay, how to ask for that in a polite way? So what are the options given here? Choose the correct expression you use from the following. So what are the options given here? Keep your pen here. No. I want your pen. Oh, it's very rugged and rough and all that. No, leave it. Would you mind lending me your pen? Yes, this is the most polite way of asking for something. Would you mind lending me your bike? Would you mind lending me the newspaper you are reading? Would you mind lending me the book you are reading? So would you mind? After would you mind, you must use only the inform verb. So here, would you mind lending me your pen? మీ యొక్క పెన్ను నాకు ఇస్తారా, అరువుగా ఇస్తారా, some Telugu meaning. So it's a very polite way. So this is the right one. Your pen is mine. No. So first one, second one, fourth one are absolutely wrong, and only the third one is the right one. That is only your answer. Right. Now you go to the 120th question. What is that 120th question? Suresh said, I beg your pardon. Suresh said, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon means forgive me. So what is the examiner asking you to do then? In the above sentence, the intention of the speaker is, what is the intention of this Suresh? క్షమించండి అంటున్నాడు. క్షమించండి means what is the intention of that speaker Suresh? Let us look at that. Apologizing. Yes, he is apologizing. క్షమించండి అంటే apologizing గా. When you are saying I beg your pardon means no, you are apologizing to somebody. So here apologizing, refusing a request, no, making a mistake, no, taking leave from someone, no. So only the first one is the right one. I beg your pardon means it is nothing but apologizing. క్షమాపణ వేడుకొనుటయే ఇది అర్థము. Right. And now you move on to other questions. 121st question. Okay, I dash Raju this week. So some blank is given here. What to be used in this blank? Choose the correct option that fits the blank. Okay, what are the options given here? Let us see that am seen, have seen, was seen. So here he is asking you to choose the correct option in the blank. Okay, correct option. What is that? I am seen. I am seen Raju. You don't say. I am see. Absolutely wrong. No. I have seen, right? I was seeing, wrong. Because this seeing cannot be used in the ing form verb, right? So here, first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. I have seen Raju this week. Moreover, this week is there. This week means this week, this month, this year. With these expressions, we must use only the present perfect tense. Yes, to learn all these things, you go to my tenses. Okay, I have made wonderful videos on all the tenses with so many examples. Why don't you watch all of them? Why don't you benefit from them? Please watch all of them and support me and encourage me, please. I am asking you to encourage me, because after retirement, I have decided only to serve the student community, test takers only. స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఇట్లా పరీక్షార్థులకు హెల్ప్ చేయాలని ఒక నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్నంతే. ఈ వయసులో నాకు ఇంకేం కావాలి? ఐ వాంట్ టు హెల్ప్ సంబడి. ఐ వాంట్ టు గెట్ బ్లెస్డ్. దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్. ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ మనీ, ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ప్లీజ్. నాకు చాలామంది అడుగుతున్నారు ఆన్లైన్ చెప్పి. ఆన్లైన్ ఏం లేదు, బరాబర్ చెప్తాను ఇక్కడ. యూ వాచ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్, దట్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఈజ్ ఇనఫ్. ఎందుకంత తొందర? డబ్బులు ఎక్కువైనాయా? ఓకే, whatever it is. Now please watch all those tenses. Wonderful videos I have made on tenses. Please watch all of them. Right, and here so this third one is the right one, and I have seen Raju this week. And you go to the 122nd question. When dash he go to Chennai? When dash he go to Chennai? That means what? Choose the correct option. What are the options given here? When is he go? No, you cannot say. When did he go? Yes, this is the second one is the right one. When was he go? You cannot say. When has he go? You cannot say. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. When did he go to Chennai? అతడు ఎప్పుడు చెన్నైకి వెళ్ళాడు? సంథింగ్ లైక్. సో యువర్ ఆన్సర్ చాయిస్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ వన్. యూ గో టు ద అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్. 123rd question. Choose the word that is an adverb from the following. Choose the word that is an adverb. What is that? What are the options given here? Kind, it's an adjective, therefore wrong. Shoulder, it's a noun, therefore wrong. Altogether, it's an adverb. Altogether means completely. Okay, altogether. Okay, altogether means completely, entirely. Slowed, this is a verb. So here first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. Altogether. It is, they have vacated the house altogether. They have altogether vacated the house. Altogether. Altogether means completely, entirely. So this third one is only an adverb. So your answer is the third one. You go to the 124th question. Choose the significance of the earthquake in the story Engine Trouble. So you know very well this Engine Trouble story. Okay, it's a very humorous story. It was written by R.K. Narayan, and this is under preparation. Very shortly I am going to upload a video on this Engine Trouble, okay, written by R.K. Narayan, and it's a very humorous story. Right, what are the options given here? It destroys the narrator's house. No. It resolves the narrator's problem with the road engine. Yes. It causes chaos in the room. Okay, no. It marks the end of the fair. So first one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. It resolves the narrator's problem with the road engine. Okay, in a day or two I am going to upload this video. Okay, you can watch that. Right, so your answer choice is the second one. You go to the other questions. 125th question. The literary device used in the line a slumber did my spirit seal. What is the literary device used in the line? In the title of the poem, A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, written by William Wordsworth. Okay, and here if you just look at this, a slumber, okay, did my spirit seal. So here this is the title of that. So in this you can find two things, of course, but here in this slumber, yes. So sa. So here what is that? The consonantal sound is repeated. If a consonantal sound is repeated in 2 or more than 2 words, రెండు కానీ అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ మాటల్లో ఒక కాన్సోనెంటల్ సౌండ్ కనుక రిపీట్ అవుతే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ అల్లిటరేషన్. చెప్పాను ఇవన్నీ కూడా. I have taught all these things. This is an alliteration. If you look deeply into this, this is slumber. Slumber means what? A deep sleep. Ordinary sleep is different from slumber, means deep sleep. A deep sleep is called slumber. What did it do? It filled his heart. Did my spirit seal means it filled his heart with some kind of numbness, some kind of emotionlessness, some kind of passiveness. Okay, all such things I taught you when I taught you this poem. So here a deep sleep filled his heart with numbness. So here the slumber is given the human traits, to human qualities, and therefore you can also call it what? A personification. Here this slumber is personified. Surfacially, if you want to answer this question, it is an alliteration. If you go deep into the poem, then it is a personification. That means it is both an alliteration as well as a personification, because here the slumber is personified. So here let us look at the options given. That metaphor wrong, simile wrong, personification it's right, of course, and alliteration is also right. That's why this kind of confusing questions, options should not be given in the examination. This is right, this is right. But let us go with this only, because if you look at the line surfacially, పై చూస్తే ఇది కరెక్ట్, లోతుగా చూస్తే ఇది కరెక్ట్. లిటరరీ డివైస్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ ద లైన్ అంటున్నాడు, ఈ లైన్లో ఏం వాడినరు అంటున్నాడు, కాబట్టి లెట్ us go with this. ఈ పోయంలో ఏం వాడినంటే అప్పుడు దెన్ సో alliteration, we go with this fourth option, alliteration, right? Because that is that. Now we move on to the 126th question. 126th question. The role the assistant played in the narrator's plan, engine trouble is what? What kind of role did this assistant play in this engine trouble? Okay, written by R. Canara. He drives road engine? No. He advises the narrator on legal matters? No. He serves as a mediator with the Swamiji? No. He assists with the narrator's escape? Yes, this is the right one. If you know the story, you can easily understand this. You can easily tick it as a right one. Okay, and your answer is the fourth one. You move on to other questions. 127th question. In poetry, the rhyme scheme indicates, okay, in all poems, some kind of rhyme scheme is followed, okay, used, okay. And here, what does it indicate? Why do the poets use this rhyme scheme? That means the pattern of comparison between two unlike things? No. The attribution of human characteristics to non-human? Oh, no, it's personification. The pattern of end rhymes in a poem? So it's the right one, the pattern of end rhymes. This indicates the pattern of end rhymes, okay. The right one. And the addressing of an absent person? No, this is also not correct. So your answer choice is the third one, because always the rhyme scheme indicates the pattern of end rhymes. You go to the 128th question. What is it? Identify the way how the banker feels about the prisoner's decision to renounce the 2 million rubles. The bet is there. So here it's a story written by Anton Chekhov, and that story is also under preparation, and it is also going to be uploaded very shortly. And here what is the identify the way how the banker feels. What is the reaction of the banker about the prisoner's decision to renounce? He has given up 2 million rubles. What is that here? Relieved? No. Self-contempt? Yes. Okay, self-contempt. Confused? No. Indifferent. So here first one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. Self-contempt, okay. Self-hatred, okay, something like that, okay. And you go to the other questions. 129th question. The primary function of irony in literary works is, what is the function of irony in a literary work? Means here the options are given. To create vivid imagery? No. To add rhythm and musicality? No. To subvert expectations and highlight contradictions? Yes, this is the right one. To compare two unlike things using like or? No, this is simile? No, very well. Right. So here the primary function of irony is to subvert expectations. You think something and something will happen. So this is called, your expectation has gone wrong. So here subvert expectations and highlight contradictions. The contradictions are there. Okay. So You are expecting something good to be done, but something bad is done to you. Then what happens? It's kind of an irony. So here, highlighting contradictions, subverting expectations, that is called irony. That's the main function of this irony, right? Therefore, your answer choice is the third one. You go to the 130th question. To lose one parent may be regarded as misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. So this is a beautiful quotation. So what is the examiner asking you to do after giving this beautiful statement? The above words are spoken by Algernon, Gwendoline, no. Jock, no. Lady Bracknell. So this is the right one. These are the words spoken by this Lady Bracknell. These are all the characters of that drama, the importance of being earnest. Okay, the fourth one is only the right one. And now you move on to the next question. 131st question. First person point of view involved narration from the perspective of. First person point of view involves what? Who will be narrating the story? About the point of view, I have uploaded a beautiful video. Please, all kinds of points of view are explained in that video. Please watch that video and benefit from that. Okay. If you have any problem, you report that problem to me. Okay, on my WhatsApp number. Right. And here, first person point of view involves what? So here, an omniscient observer. No. A character within the story. A character within the story will be narrating the story, the entire story. That itself is called first person point of view. You know very well. An external narrator, no. The author, no. So your answer is going to be the second one. You move on to the next question. What is that? 132nd question. How is Viola related to Sebastian in the play Twelfth Night? And here, Viola and Sebastian. Who are they all? They are siblings. Okay. Correct answer from the following. You know very well. They are the siblings, brother and sister. The children of the same parents are called siblings. They are lovers, no. They are friends, no. They are enemies, no. They are only siblings. You know that very well. Right. You move on to other questions. 133rd question. The role of the short stories in the literary world is. What is the role of the short stories? What is the role of the short stories in the literary world means? So, to provide extensive character development, no. To evoke specific moods or impressions, to evoke specific moods and impressions. So this is the right one. To explore multiple themes and ideas, no. To focus on descriptive language and imagery, no. So here, to provide extensive character, wrong. To explore multiple themes, to focus on. So these are wrong only. The second one, to evoke specific moods or impressions. For that purpose, you know, different stories are prescribed for study in our syllabus. Okay, and that's why your answer choice is going to be the second one. Now you move on to the next question. 134th question. The theme explored through Scout Jem's coming of age journey is To Kill a Mockingbird. Friendship, no. Loss of innocence, yes. And adventure, no. Wealth, no. So here, first one, third one, fourth one are only loss of innocence. So here, the theme explored through this journey is what? Loss of innocence. Now, this is on the second one is only your answer. And now you move on to other questions. 135th question. The novel emerged as a literary form in, okay, everybody knows this. Since you are a literature student, you will definitely know about that. The novel emerged in the 18th century, not in the 16th century, not in the 19th century, not in the 20th century, but only in the 18th century, this novel emerged. You know very well, Pride and Prejudice and all those things were written in the 18th century only. And here, this second one is going to be your answer. And now you go to the 136th question. What is that? The literary technique used by George Orwell in Animal Farm to criticize totalitarianism and human nature. What is that literary technique, literary device, let me say. What is that literary device he has used in this Animal Farm? And this is also there in our syllabus. You know, that's allegory, okay? Allegory, biography, no. Fantasy, no. Comedy, no. So the very first one is your answer. Everybody knows about this. It's an allegory. Allegory means what? A symbolic representation of some story. Also, you know, Absalom and Achitophel is also there. And it is also an allegory. 137th question. The defining characteristic of epic poetry. What is the main characteristic of epic poetry? So, defining, describing. Simple language, no. Short length, no. Narrative of heroic deeds, this is a defining characteristic. In this epic, no, all heroic deeds are described, narrated, right. Lack of structure, no. So this third one is the right option. All others are the wrong ones. You go to the 138th question. What is that? In the essay, what makes a nation? Okay, what makes a nation? The following is not emphasized as essential for nation building. So in this essay, What Makes a Nation, written by C. Rajagopalachari, he mentions something, but it is not the following is not emphasized as essential for nation building. What is that? Let us look at that. Uniformity in cultural division. This is not the right one. Cultural practices cannot be unified. They cannot be uniformed because different cultures are there for different people. All cultures cannot be united or uniformed. So that cannot be done. So this is what this C. Rajagopalachari has not emphasized as essential for nation building. This he did not tell. Therefore, unity in diversity, okay, and integrity and honesty, about this also he said in the essay, and respect for diversity. So second one, third one, fourth one, he mentioned in that essay What Makes a Nation, but not this one. Therefore, the following is not emphasized as essential for nation building. For a nation building, these are very important, but this is not essential. Now let's move on to other questions. 139th question. The primary purpose of teaching vocabulary is why? Teach all English words? No. Focus on literary vocabulary? No. Develop a student's recognition of vocabulary? This is right. What is the purpose of teaching vocabulary in the class? Means to develop a student's recognition of vocabulary. Whenever a word comes across, that boy, that student in some book, he will immediately understand that because he was taught this vocabulary in the class. So therefore, the purpose of teaching vocabulary is to make the students recognize the vocabulary wherever they come across in the books, in the newspapers. They encourage complex sentence structure. No. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. And you go to the 140th question. Identify the feature that distinguishes voiced from voiceless consonants. Voiced consonants are produced only with the vibration of the vocal cords. Vocal cords will be there. They will vibrate. So here they will be vibrating. Ga. Where is it coming from? It is coming from throat. When the vocal cords vibrate, that will be pronounced. Voiceless means from the mouth only they come out. They don't take the help of the vocal cords. Voiced consonants take the help of the vocal cords, and voiceless consonants do not take the help of the vocal cords. So that is the main difference between the voiced consonants and voiceless consonants. And what is identify the feature of that distinguishes, that separates, that differentiates. What is that? Here, that is that. Nasality, no. Nasality means with nose. Manner of articulation, no. Vocal cord vibration. This is the right one. So in the voiced consonants, vocal cord vibration is there. In the voiceless consonants, vocal cord vibration will not be there. Right. And that is only the distinction between these two. And place of articulation, no. So here first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. And now you move on to other questions. 141st question. Choose the correct statement regarding writing skills. About the writing skills, he has posed a question. What is the right statement? Let us look at the options given here. Writing is always faster than speaking. No. Writing skills are not essential for academic success. No. Writing involves manipulating and structuring of sentences. This is the right one. So if you want to write, you must manipulate. You must know how to write. That's there. And you must structure the sentences. You cannot say, I going to college. You cannot say, I am going to college. So if you have writing skills now, you learn how to frame the correct structure of the sentence. All these things you know very well. So here, writing involves manipulating and structuring of sentences. This is only the right one. And writing does not require attention to spelling and all. No, it's not like that. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right option. Now we move on to the next question. 142nd question. Select the term that describes the process of arriving at value judgments concerning learning progress. Okay. How can you come to the value judgments concerning learning progress of a student? So let us look at the options given here. What are they? Assessment. This is the first one. You assess the student's progress every now and then. and thus you come to know the progress of a student. So this is only the method, this is only the way by which you can judge the correct learning process of the student. Okay, and evaluation no, measurement no, analysis no. So only the first one is your answer. Assessment is only the correct one by which you arrive at a value judgment of the student's learning progress. Okay, right. And you go to the other questions. 143rd question. Select the correct statement about language learning. Okay, correct statement about language learning. What is the correct statement? Language learning is primarily through writing. No. Language can be learned through listening and speaking. Yes. Speech is not a natural way of learning a language. No. Language learning does not involve communication. So language can be learned only through listening and then speaking. You listen to somebody and then you try to speak. Okay, so here only through listening and speaking you can learn the language. Okay, this is the correct statement, all others are wrong. So the second one is your answer. You go to the 144th question. What is it? The main focus of a constructivist classroom. Constructivist classroom. Constructivist means, standard and regular classroom. So what is the main focus of this constructivist classroom? Means passive learning? No. Passive means not paying attention to the to learning, not active learning is not there. Passive listening means not active listening is there. Okay, so that active listening is not there. That is the meaning of that. So no passive learning, no passive listening, but active engagement and reflection will be there. In the constructivist classroom, there will be active engagement and reflection. The students will be very active and they reflect on the things they are learning. Okay, very carefully. So here active engagement and reflection. These are the right one. Silent classroom, no. So here first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. Now let's move on to other questions. 145th question. One of the following is not an advantage of bilingualism or multilingualism. You observe the options given and you find out that option that is not an advantage. So here you pay attention. Improved problem solving skills. This is an advantage of this bilingualism. Enhanced cognitive abilities. This is also an advantage. So here increased intolerance towards, this is not the advantage of what is that, this is not the right one. Better school performance, this is also the advantage of this. So these three are the advantage, but this is not disadvantage. It's a disadvantage. Intolerance, increased intolerance towards other characters. No. So that's why it's not an advantage of bilingualism. So your answer choice is the third one. All others are the right ones. Okay. So they are the advantage of this bilingualism. Only this is not the advantage of that. That's why it's not the advantage. Therefore, this is not the answer. Right. And here you go to the 146th question. What is that? Choose the reason why instructional planning in teaching is essential. Why instructional planning in teaching? Instructional planning. Some plan you have to prepare in teaching various things in the class. What is that? Why is it essential? Means visualizing the teaching process. That is why. For this purpose only, the very first one is the right one. Avoiding interaction with the learners, no. Organizing learning experiences, no. Ignoring learners' interest, no. So these three are wrong. Only this one is the right one. Visualizing the teaching process. So if you plan the class, you plan what to teach in the class. So that means you are visualizing the teaching process. Okay. After entering the class, you want to teach this, you want to teach this, you want to teach this, and prior to going to class itself, you are visualizing the teaching process. So that's why this instructional planning, that is called. So therefore, visualizing the teaching process, this is only the right one, and therefore your answer is the very first one. All others are wrong. Now you move on to other questions. 147th question. The cognitive domain includes objectives related to what? So what is this cognitive means? Cognitive means pertaining to intellectual activity such as thinking, reasoning, remembering. That's called cognitive. That's the dictionary meaning. Okay. Cognitive domain, that means pertaining to intellectual abilities. That is all the meaning. So includes objective related to what? Here you see that emotions and feelings, no. Physical activities and skills, no. Intellectual abilities and skills. The very meaning of this is this. Intellectual abilities. What are the intellectual abilities? Thinking, Reasoning, remembering, all such activities are called intellectual abilities. So the third option is the right one. Physical needs, no. So therefore first one, second one, fourth one are wrong, and only the third one is the right one. And you go to the 148th question. What is that? Identify the statement that accurately describes the role of grammar in communication. Grammar accurately describes the role of grammar in communication. So the role of grammar is very important, because if you can speak anything grammatically, that looks so nice and all that. Okay. Otherwise, it is called a broken English. If you speak it grammatically, it is called a spoken English. If you speak English, without following grammar rules and all that, it is called broken English. So people don't like broken English. Keep that point in your mind. And here, what is that? Grammar is solely for artistic expression. No. Yes, grammar helps to create understandable sentences. That's the right one. Grammar restricts creativity in language. No. Grammar is irrelevant for sending message. No. So grammar is solely for artistic expression. No. Grammar restricts creativity. No. Grammar is irrelevant. No. So grammar helps to create understandable sentences. If you want to make your speech understandable to others, it must be spoken grammatically. Otherwise, you speak something and that conveys another meaning to somebody, the other person. So that's why some communication gap will take place there. So that's why you must speak whenever you want to speak English. You must speak grammatically, not ungrammatically, right? And therefore, your answer choice is the second one. Now, let's move on to other questions. And you go to the last but one question, 149th question. What is that? Identify the term that refers to a set of assumptions about language teaching and learning. So, language, some assumptions are made in some language teaching and learning. What is that called? So method, no, in this you don't make any assumptions. Technique, you don't make any assumptions. Process, you don't make any. Only in the approach, teaching approaches are there, teaching methods are there, teaching techniques are there. And here, only in this approach, assumptions take place. If this is so, this will take place. If that is so, for example, silent way approach is there. It's a beautiful approach. What is the assumption here? All the children will be silent in the class and they'll be learning the things on their own. And the teacher is only a facilitator. So it's an assumption. But will the children learn things on their own? It's only an assumption. This is called the silent way approach is there. It was introduced by Caleb Getekno. You know that very well. So here some assumptions in the approach. All assumptions are made. If these things are there, this can be taught in this way. If these things are made, this can be taught. So like that, some assumptions are made. Therefore, only in the approaches you can find the assumptions, not in the method, not in the technique, not in the procedure. So that's why your answer choice is going to the second one. All others are wrong. And now we go to the last question, 150th question. Choose the incorrect statement about formative evaluation. Formative evaluation. We have two kinds of evaluations, formative evaluation and a summative evaluation. Summative evaluation is done when at the end of the academic year. Formative evaluation is done very frequently, yes, to study or to test the progress of the children. That is there. Formative evaluation, you know very well about that. And here, what is the incorrect statement? So it is also known as continuous evaluation. Formative evaluation is a continuous evaluation. This is the right one. It provides regular feedback during the learning process, the correct one. And here it helps to diagnose learning difficulties, correct one. First one, second one, fourth one are correct statements. But he is asking you for the incorrect statement. What is the incorrect statement about this formative evaluation? Means formative evaluation is conducted at the end of the program. No. It is not conducted at the end of the program. Only the summative evaluation is conducted at the end of the academic year or program. So that is there. So here, this is only the incorrect statement here. Therefore, this is only your answer. All others are wrong. And this, so your answer choice is the third one. Okay, dear TET candidates, with this, this video, the second part of video comes to an end. Hello, dear TET candidates. Thank you so much for watching this beautiful video. And if you have any problem, text me on my WhatsApp number that is provided in the description. Okay. And one more important thing I would like to tell you. I have made so many videos on grammar. They are all ready for you to be watched by you. Please subscribe to my channel and watch all those videos on voice, on speech, on tenses, on degrees of comparison, and subject verb agreement, whatnot, on question tag, on various topics that are there in your syllabus, are all made ready for you. Please just watch all of them. That's my sincere appeal to all of you. Thank you so much. With another beautiful video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you all of you. Right.